From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Wednesday, September 25th. It's going to be a lull in the weather, so to speak, today. Mostly cloudy for the day, may have a sprinkle or two, but for the most part, you're going to be dry, mid-70s. Get ready, though. The remnants of Helene could be headed our way later on this week. A man from Richmond is accused of murdering two police informants and dumping their bodies in a Fort Wayne river. News 8's government reporter, Garrett Bergquist, has more on how police say they broke the case.
This is the man police arrested, Dominique Washington. This all began when police in Fort Wayne pulled two dead bodies from the St. Mary's River. Both have been wrapped in trash bags, and police say both had played a role in a drug warrant served just 10 days earlier. Fort Wayne detectives identified the two as Christina Dixon and Matthew Johnson, both of Connorsville. When they called Richmond police, authorities there told them Dixon and Johnson were confidential informants and had been reported as missing. Detectives used cell phone data to track their past locations. Surveillance video showed them getting into a car with another man. Witnesses identified the man as Dominique Washington, who Richmond police say is a known drug dealer. Authorities say Dixon and Johnson had led them to the search warrant for a home belonging to someone connected with Washington. Police arrested Washington during a traffic stop on Monday evening. They say based on their investigation, they think Washington lured Dixon and Johnson into a car, forced them to turn off their phones, then forced them into another car. Detectives say Washington shot one of them and strangled the other, then dumped their bodies in the river. Richmond Police Chief Kyle Weatherly says, "Our hearts go out to the families of Christina and Matthew as they endure this tragic loss. We remain steadfast in our commitment to bring justice to them." This arrest is just one step in ensuring that those responsible for such horrific acts are held accountable. We will continue to work tirelessly alongside our partners to ensure that justice is served. Washington faces 2 counts each of murder and felony murder. Richmond police say more arrests are coming. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
An IMPD officer charged with molesting a child is back in jail for violating a no-contact order. Court records show Kamal Bolo posted bond last week after his arrest for child molestation, but records now show he was taken into custody again yesterday on a preliminary charge of invasion of privacy. According to the Hendricks County Jail Tracker, Bolo violated the no-contact order that was part of his pre-trial release agreement. Online records show he is back in jail without bond. Bolo is currently suspended from IMPD. A woman from Muncie is sentenced to 14 years for the death of her baby girl. Tricia Kavanaugh pleaded guilty in the case. Investigators say Kavanaugh took drugs, then fell asleep in bed next to her 4-month-old. When Kavanaugh woke up, she says the baby was face down and was declared dead at a hospital. According to the prosecutor, Kavanaugh claimed during sentencing that she is a super mom, leading the judge to respond, "I am not sure about that." The prosecutor is using the case to urge parents not to sleep next to young children, but place them in cribs instead. Federal prosecutors have filed formal charges of attempted assassination of a presidential candidate against the man accused of stalking former President Donald Trump and writing of his desire to kill him. A grand jury in Florida indicted Ryan Routh yesterday. Prosecutors say he stalked Trump for more than a month before camping outside the Florida golf course where Trump was playing on September 15th. That's where the Secret Service says that they caught Routh pointing a rifle out of some woods. Routh already faced charges of being a felon in possession of guns. The new indictment also charges him with assaulting a Secret Service officer. Law school students are working to fill what are known as legal deserts in Indiana's rural counties. Legal deserts are areas that lack enough lawyers to do necessary legal work. The 2 law schools at IU have launched a rural justice initiative. We talked with an associate dean about what the program could lead to for students once school is done.
It opens their eyes to the shortage of lawyers because you have a lot of unrepresented people coming before the judges. Or you have people who are represented, but they're represented by public defenders who have a very large workload.
Some of the students in the program spent summer working in courtrooms across southern Indiana. You can support breast cancer awareness with the Sista Strut 2024. News 8's Brittany Noble is at iHeartMedia with what the Strut is and who can join in.
Well, the Sista Strut is just an opportunity for the entire community to come together and support research for cancer. Right now, I am at iHeartRadio. This is The Real 98.3. And with us this morning for Daybreak, we have E-Class. Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us. I want you to tell our viewers about Sista Strut 2024 happening October 12th at Victory Field. Why should we participate?
First of all, presented by Black Onyx Management. It is a huge celebration of sisterhood, okay? Everything from dancing to walking to truly strutting their stuff, honey. You're going to see it all at Sista Strut. And it's just a celebration of survival. It's a celebration of awareness. It's increasing awareness because, like I said, we have came so far, but we still have so far to go.
All right. So tell us what people need to do in order to be registered and be present for the event.
You can find it on Eventbrite. You can also go to real983.iheart.com where you can register. It's not too late. You can also purchase these shirts. All proceeds are going to benefit the cancer support community.
And so tickets really start at just $5. That's without a T-shirt, but you could still walk the 3K or strut yourself, even dance.
Yes, I'll be dancing. Okay, I'll be there dancing. I'm also hosting, so I'm really excited about it. And yeah, come on out. Bring your family, bring your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes, well, we love the positive energy. And so we want everybody to come out. Again, it's happening on October 12th. We will get all the information for you on our website, wishtv.com. I'm Brittany Noble for Wish TV. WishTV.com. Follow us on Facebook for updates.
It's win or go home for the Indiana Fever tonight. As the team takes on the Connecticut Sun, they must right what went wrong on Sunday. News 8's Angela Morian talked to the players and the coach.
The Indiana Fever have been thinking about that 24-point loss to the Connecticut Sun for over 2 days now. The Fever feel like they just didn't play a full 40 minutes and got outpaced by the Sun. Inexperience plays a little bit into that. Sunday was the first ever WNBA playoff game for all but 4 on the Fever roster. Game 1 provided a lot to learn from and adjust to before Game 2 on Wednesday.
We know we're capable of beating this team because we have done it. Obviously, they're really, really good, and we know it'll be a challenge, but I don't think it's anything, we're shying away from. I think you just embrace the challenge. We know we didn't give our best, and maybe the final score really seems like we did get blown out, but we had it to 6 points. We had it to 8 points. It was just we could never really get over the hump.
This playoff series, a full circle moment for the Fever, who tipped off the season in the Mohegan Sun Casino back in May. Safe to say, the team looks a lot different than it did back then.
Oh, man, I think we could write a book on our 12, man. I think that, it's a special group of people to put in a room and try to go win some games. I think that we've tried to do a really great job to keep ourselves grounded and held together all year. So I'm proud of our group.
We've evolved, in a really, really positive way from that first month, and then even that, playing this team 3 times in our first 13 games was tough. I mean, this is a team that is extremely experienced, very talented.
The history breaking continues for the Fever even in the postseason. That Sunday game garnered 1.8 million viewers in the middle of an NFL Sunday. That's the most viewers for a WNBA game since the 1997 and 98 finals games. Caitlin Clark wasn't even born when those games took place. We'll have you covered from Game 2 right here at the Mohegan Sun Casino. For now, I'm Angela Morian for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Evacuations are underway in Florida as Tropical Storm Helene gets stronger in the Gulf. The National Hurricane Center has issued a hurricane warning for the state's northwestern coastline. The Storm Track 8 team is watching Helene. Ryan will show us in moments where it could go. First, though, we know Indiana Task Force 1 is going south right now. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, has called in the elite search and rescue team. News 8's Danielle Zulkowski has more on what they'll do and introduces us to a special member of the task force who is headed out for his final mission.
The storm is expected to cause significant damage to Florida and other southern states, and Indiana's best is already on the way to help pick up the pieces.
FEMA activated 80 members of Indiana's Task Force 1. One member News 8 talked to is a trained search and rescue operator, going with the team to Florida to help search for the helpless.
This is my partner Jake. He's a Labrador Retriever. His job is to find survivors after a disaster. Specifically, he looks for survivors that might be too weak or even unconscious, and they're unable to call out for help. And when he finds them, he starts to bark, and that's what alerts us to the presence of a victim so we can go and rescue them.
Ryan Cusack says he's been a search and rescue expert for 10 years. This is his 6th hurricane, and it will be his last with this dog, who has saved countless people.
He's 12 and a half years old. He started when he was a year and a half, and a little bit of training to get him to the point of certification. And so he actually retires at the end of this year.
Task Force 1 leadership says this crew is well equipped and ready to jump in and help in Florida when this storm makes landfall.
We're there to assist the locals with any needs. They're most likely going to be overwhelmed with the storm surge and the storm coming through. So we work obviously with and for them when we get there. So as the need arises, we'll be ready to fill in the void and help out.
Storm warnings and evacuation orders are already in place. The storm is expected to make landfall on Thursday.
The storm is expected to be upgraded to a hurricane later this week. I'm Danielle Zolkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Now here's Ryan Morse with the latest on Helene.
Current satellite picture with what is now Tropical Storm Helene. Maximum winds at 70 miles an hour. So here's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. Do want to point out with this storm system, some of our weather models actually had this coming into the Yucatan Peninsula, the center of that storm system. It does appear it's just going to remain over water, which is only going to allow this system to intensify pretty quickly. Latest updated track from the National Hurricane Center has this system potentially rapidly intensifying and becoming a major hurricane by Thursday, making landfall anywhere from Panama City to the Big Bend of Florida as potentially a major hurricane. We'll see as it comes inland. The track of the system gets interesting once it gets up to the Midwest. Expected to take a hard left turn, which will impact our rain chances this weekend.
It's almost time to meet our first Golden Apple Award winner of the school year. We have surprised this month's winner with the award, which now includes a $2,000 cash prize, thanks to our partners at WGU. So here are 3 clues. She's a Spanish teacher in Lawrence Township who grew up in the district. She just wrote a book, and 6 students nominated her.
She's like a sister to me, for real. Like, she just cares so much about me, and I love her.
She's always supported me inside and outside of school, and I just want her to feel my love the best way I know how to give it, so why not nominate her for an award?
She's amazing. She's so generous and kind. She's just a beautiful human being.
It was a beautiful moment as we surprised her with the award. You can meet our winner and see that surprise tomorrow morning at 7:30 on Daybreak on Wish TV. A local school has a new playground thanks largely to a day off of practice for the Indianapolis Colts. The team does community service projects on Tuesday, and Ernie Pyle Elementary, School 90, is this week's project. Fresh off his back-to-back 100-yard games, Jonathan Taylor talked to us about the rewards of work off the field.
I think that's part of your development, is being able to go out and explore the world, being able to be out in the fresh air. And I know that's something that I had growing up. So I just feel like every kid deserves to, of course, have the best education, but also being able to grow up and have a lot of fun while doing so.
It's the 16th playground the Colts and their community partners have built since 2008. This has been your News 8 Daily. From Wish TV, I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.